Well, difficult day. With some pleasant surprises, I must admit. My mother this morning it was like herding feral psychotic cats. About 100 of them. Bless her. She can't help it. Early stage senile dementia, which she's been put on some pills for. My partner Michelle has had a look into them. She knows them very well, and I've encouraged Mum to go on them because possible side effect could be incontinence, and she's very upset about that. Rather like a cat, her dignity is very important to her. So whether or not she'll, actually, well, I hope she takes them. I mean, she, basically turned around and said, is that going to stay? Nope, that's not safe. I really should have cleared more space on the table here for this. Okay. Where was I? Lost the thread. Yeah, so Michelle's looked at the tablets, her being a qualified psychiatric nurse. I always did joke that I was part of her case study when she was doing her degree. That may be a little bit of truth in there. And, well, she volunteered some help with a project of mine financially because she's comfortable, you know. A new sword for reenactment. And, well, she said she would provide £40 towards the sword. Oh, Mr. Kellerman's just put something up. Klaus Kellerman, if you love World of Tanks, then he is very funny. In a very insane way. But anyways, back to the subject in hand. And I said, well, yeah, plus the money you give me for me bus fare, which she does give me about double, so I've got about £6 spending money, plus the 100 I get a month anyway. And she complicated things for herself by insisting on taking £25 out of her wallet and then having to go down to first the co-op, who wouldn't do just cash back. Then she decided that she couldn't use the bank machine, bless her. So then we had to go down the post office. And all the way there, about 5 times, she was, how much money do I need to get out? Why am I getting this money out? What sword? It was constant stream of confused thought that was frying my brain. But we got it sorted. And by the time I got back to hers, I'd had enough. I wanted to go because she was doing my head in. And, well, we sorted it. We were honest with each other. I wind her up when I get anxious. She winds me up when she gets anxious and confused. The lawn needed doing for the first time this year, so I did that for her. She helped me do the settings because she can mow her own lawn, believe me. When she puts her mind to it, she can be a very busy and independent lady. You know, she's still got it. She just gets so anxious, especially when confronted with something new. And, well, but we sorted it. And by the time I'd mown the lawn, find myself some bacon. I'm not vegan or vegetarian. I'm mostly vegetarian, to be honest. But sometimes a man needs meat. Meat's back on the menu, boys. I like orcs. Not on their side, though. I admire their simplicity and brutality. And then I came back to Ipswich. I thought I'd drop in at where I volunteer. There is friction between me and another person there at the moment. It happens. Haven't quite worked out why, which is confusing me. There are a few options, but I'm not discussing them in public on here. But basically, my mother, you see, has this habit of if you put something down on her kitchen bench, workspaces that she doesn't like, is, oh, don't put your tobacco there. Don't do this. Don't. Oh, no, that doesn't go there. Oh, that door's not right. And this person who I'm having the friction with behaves in exactly the same manner. If you leave the toilet door in there ajar, she's instantly like, door, close it. I mean, she's got her problems, obviously. And she's helped me, so I think she's a nice person. But she's got issues, and I can be rather overbearing, and she's rather introverted. So, yeah, I understand the problems. But basically, I walked in with my mind on paying another 30 or 40 quid off the sword. A couple of trinkets I picked up. And by the way, is the ceramic vase on top of the skull. It's genuinely made by monks. It's got the label on the bottom and everything. The very pleasant one of the co-owners of Sacred Earth in Ipswich. I'm plugging a shop again. Well, he instantly saw it and went, oh, that's blah, blah, blah. I think exactly what it is on my Facebook, so check it out there if you want. And he helped me find out what it was, which is very pleasant of him. They're good people. After we had our conversation, he turned around to me and basically said, "You're a man after my own heart." And I said, "What, like the Viking Gothic Del Boy?" And he laughed and said, "Yeah, pretty much." Buy cheap, sell slightly more expensive, but still cheap. That's my motto. And anyway, I went down Chip, and because I was thinking about so many things at once, I left the door open, and it's a bit chilly today. I'd got 10 yards in, was thinking about where to put my stuff, and all of a sudden she was like, "Howard, door." I was like, "All right, fuck's sake, I'll go shut it." And she'd already gotten up. She said, "Well, it's cold out there." And I was instantly like, I stood there. No one was looking at me. I think maybe they were waiting for some kind of explosion. I wasn't going to give that person possibly the satisfaction, I don't know really, or anybody else the distress of that. So I just picked me things up. Said, oh, hang on, I've got shit to do in town. I'll catch you later. And I didn't bother going back. Went to Sacred Earth. Sorry, I got the events on the timeline the wrong way round there. Sorted that out. Bought this glass in MS, where I might be thinking about volunteering as well. Had a coffee at Cookie Barista. Daryl, who runs that place, is a great bloke. You know, I will plug businesses I have respect for on my my YouTube blog. It's worth doing. Had a pint in the Swan. Bumped into someone who's well, people think I'm a loose cannon. They've never met this bloke. He strides around town in full goth skull face paint. Struts like he owns the place, but not in a subtle way. Yeah, I mean, people think I do that, but he tastes the biscuit. He'd seen me in town and he seemed to maybe you've been stalking me to the pub. I mean, I nearly finished my beer. And he came in and everybody, the 3 or 4 middle-aged men who were in the pub and the barmaid just looked at him like, what the hell? And he came over and we shook hands and people relaxed a little bit. But every sentence had an F word in it. And I was like, come on, man, there's no need for it. It's quite, pub during the day. Like, oh, I say what I effing well like. Whoops, I name dropped there. I didn't give full name, but people can probably guess who I mean. Yeah, he's a nice enough bloke. Well, he can be. Just needs to learn some balance. Make what you want of it. That's just my opinion. I was entitled to my opinion as he is to his. So there you go. And I won't argue about it either. That's what I think. There's no point in arguing about things like that, really. Well, in a non-constructive way. But yeah. Had one shot of 12-year-old single malt Glenfiddich, which I savoured for 20 minutes. I'm so middle-aged these days. And had a pint and some pleasant conversation in the Burrs Arms. Came home, cooked me tea, uploaded this morning's musings on the bus, or whatever I called it. Done this, and I'm going to chill out with Michelle and carry on watching Stranger Things, I think. Or doing a bit of crafting or something on the side. And that's my day. Shout out to the pirate lady who commented on the mental health video. Hope your ankle is doing better. you know, and may you be out of hospital soon if you aren't already. And shout out to, oh, I'm so crap with names. The other person who mentioned they'd give the bus musings a watch. And thank you for subscribing. Thank you to Michelle for actually setting up her own YouTube account so she could subscribe to my channel. That was a really nice gesture. And long may it continue. Please do like the video if you liked it. Smash the dislike if you didn't. Feel free to share it on Facebook or whatever, asking your friends to subscribe if you think they'd find what I do amusing. Because if I get 50 subscribers, I can live broadcast. That's my goal at the moment. And thank you very much for listening and watching. And I hope this was okay. And we've kept it at about 16 minutes, so it's in between. So I think I'll say, pick that picture up for free. Someone was chucking it out. It's rather lovely. It's on canvas. Silk, I think. Michelle loves it, so it's not for sale. Cheers, and have a pleasant, productive and relaxed evening, whatever you're doing out there. Skål.